Hi, I'm Michael Bellamy. I'm the Human Society and its Environment, or HSIE Coordinator. I've been at Mount St Joseph for 10 years and I've been in that role all of that time. Previous to coming to MSJ, I taught at Sydney Technical High School where I was a HSIE teacher, and previous to that I worked in the Commonwealth Bank where I was in charge of budgeting and finance. I specialise in economics, business studies and legal studies. HSIE covers a wide range of subjects. We've split the presentation into HSIE Part A and Part B. In Part A, I'll be talking about business studies, economics, geography, legal studies, and work studies. In Part B, Amelia Michael, the Assistant HSIE Coordinator, will be talking about ancient history, modern history, and society and culture. So we offer a wide range of subjects in HSIE, most subjects of any faculty, and we would love you to sign up for some of our subjects. Business studies is a subject which looks at the four key business functions of operations, marketing, human resources, and operations. In the Year 11 preliminary course, students are required to prepare a business research task, and an example of that is included in our sample student page. This particular task requires students to create a business plan for a hypothetical business in a large regional shopping centre, and some of the examples that students have done in the past could be for a travel agency, a cafe, or for a pet store. What can I expect in this subject? Well, in the preliminary course in Year 11, it includes the topics of nature of business, business management, and the business plan, which incorporates a small business plan. And the HSC course specialises in the four key business functions. We commence with operations, then we do human resources, finance, and finish with marketing. Some future career prospects for students who may do business studies could include being a marketing manager, an accountant, an advertising executive, or business manager. A question we quite often get is, what is the difference between business studies and economics? Well, business studies focuses on how a business operates and the different types of management which a business may need to utilise. Economics, on the other hand, investigates how the Australian economy is managed by the federal government and the Reserve Bank. Another common question we get is, do you need to study commerce in years 9 and 10? No, there's no requirement to study commerce. All students study the same content in years 11 and 12. The next subject we're going to talk about is economics, and it's effectively suited to a student who has a keen interest in current affairs and politics, as well as having an interest in how the Australian economy operates. A key element in economics is how much a business needs to charge its customers to ensure that the business is able to achieve a satisfactory return. Is economics suited to me? Well, students who are interested in learning how Australia makes decisions which affect our economy, and a clear example of that was the recent decisions regarding COVID-19, shows how the economy actually benefits from the decisions which government makes. It's also suited to students who are analytical and can write well, but it also does have some mathematical concepts. Some future career aspirations would include being a bank officer, an economist, an industrial relations officer, a business analyst, or a statistician. What could you expect in the subject? Well, in the preliminary course, there are a number of topics that are studied. We do a general introduction to economics, effectively what economics is all about. Then we look at consumers and business. Then we discuss markets, and this is crucial for the Year 12 course where we look at supply and demand curves. We then do a case study on labour markets, and we finish off with financial markets. In the Year 12 course, we focus very much on the global economy and how Australia interacts with that. And then we look at economic issues such as inflation, unemployment, and how the government actually deals with those particular issues. Similar to the question that we had for business studies, the answers are the same in relation to economics, that the difference is effectively with economics, we're focusing on the economy, decisions made by The Australian Government and the Reserve Bank have a huge impact on economics, and likewise you don't need to study commerce in years 9 and 10 in order to choose economics. Geography. This is another subject which we offer at Mount St Joseph, and it's all about how humans investigate the world around us. Geography is very much a lifelong interest as it stimulates a natural curiosity about how and why the world's people and environments are so varied. Geography allows students to perceive the world in a variety of ways and helps them make sense of a complex and changing world. Is geography suited to me? Students have already had a taste of geography in years 7 to 10, and so quite a few of them actually do get an appreciation of the world around them. The Stage 6 course allows students to see how the environment is influenced by personal experiences as well as the media and other information technology, which is a speciality of the Stage 6 course. Some future career aspirations for geography students could be an urban planner, environmental consultant, a town planner, or an environmental protection officer. In the Year 11 course, there are 3 topics which are taught: biophysical interactions and global challenges, as well as a senior geography project. This takes up 10% of course time. Some of it is actually done in class, but there's also time needs to be spent outside of class completing the project. In the HSIE course, there's also 3 topics which are done: ecosystems at risk, urban places, and people and economic activity. Interspersed with all of these topics are skills and tools which geographers need to use. Common questions and answers, and this is one which is a reason why a lot of students don't choose geography, is that quite often they may not like studying geography in years 7 to 10. And our answer to that question is that the Stage 6 course is a lot different to the geography course which is studied in the junior school. In years 7 to 10, mandatory geography is impacted very much by the civic and citizenship component of the Australian curriculum. In Stage 6, this element is removed, and so the content is based solely on geographical concepts. Also, one very important aspect of geography is how fieldwork is implemented into the syllabus, and there is compulsory fieldwork conducted through Year 11. The next subject we offer in HSIE is legal studies, and this investigates how the Australian legal system and law is created by the courts and Parliament. The course focuses very much on law reform and how the law needs to change as a result of changes in society. Students can develop an understanding of the implications that legal decisions can have for Australian society and the ways in which the legal system affects the lives of Australian citizens. What can you expect in this subject? Well, legal studies gives students the confidence to approach and access the legal system and provides them with a better appreciation of the relationship between social and legal structures. And there will be a time, sometime in your adult life, where you will need access to the legal system. Could be, for example, when you buy property, or it could be if you need to create a will, or it could even be where you may get yourself in trouble with the police. So the course develops a knowledge of basic legal rights and responsibilities, and this is examined in both the preliminary and HSC courses. In the Year 11 course, we do 3 topics, which is the legal system, which looks at the court system and Parliament. We then look at the individual and the law, how the law impacts individuals in a variety of contexts. And finally, we do a topic called Law in Practice, which is 2 case studies. In the HSC course, we do 4 topics. Crime and human rights are compulsory for all students throughout the state. We also do 2 option topics, and at MSJ we do family and shelter. Is legal studies suited to me? Well, students who are interested in learning about how the Australian legal system operates and how it influences day-to-day life would be suited to studying legal studies. If you want to learn about court cases or how legislation changes the way society works, then legal studies is definitely the subject for you. Some future career aspirations for legal studies students could be a solicitor or barrister. Collectively, they're known as lawyers. A solicitor works in an office and handles customers' queries, just like a general practitioner does in the medical fraternity. Whereas a barrister is a specialist who appears in court for clients, and they're the ones who wear the gowns and the wigs when you go to court. Could also aspire to be a magistrate, judge or commissioner. This is right at the end of your career after you've actually spent time being a barrister. You may be a police officer, or you could be a conveyancer, someone who specialises in property transfers. Many students choose to study criminology, and that's a bit of a passion from shows such as Law and Order and Special Victims Unit. Some common questions and answers from legal studies students or those aspiring to study legal studies is, again, didn't do commerce in year 10, can I still do legal studies? Just like the answer previously for the other subjects. So yes, of course you can study legal studies even if you didn't study commerce in year 10. Many students do that, but we all start from the same page. So we all learn about the legal system, the role of the courts, the role of Parliament in creating laws. Happens every year that students choose legal studies who haven't done commerce, and no student is disadvantaged at all if that's the case. As you've come across, there are a number of subjects which we offer in HSIE, and one question that we quite often get is there a limit on the number of subjects which you can study? The answer is there is no limit. In actual fact, apart from English and studies of religion or studies of Catholic thought, you can do your entire study program from the HSIE key learning area. Do you want to work in legal studies in the future? Do you need to work in the law? Well, the answer to that is no. There's no requirement for you to work in the legal field in the future. It might be just you want to know how the law operates. Well, if that's the case, legal studies is the subject for you. It gives you a basic appreciation of the law and your rights and responsibilities. The final subject which we offer is a 1-unit subject called work studies. And it's only taught in year 11. It focuses on issues which students need to face when they enter the workplace. So it effectively gives students the confidence to transition from school or university to work, and it's beneficial for all students as we all do need to transition from school, and so we need to be equipped to be able to handle this transition. Is it suited to me? Well, as I just said, all students can definitely benefit from work studies because we all need to navigate that transition from school to work. What can you expect in this subject? We study 3 topics throughout the course. My working life, which is basically what it's like to work. And then we do 2 options. In the workplace, so that feeds off very nicely from the My Working Place. So effectively, what it's like to go to work every day. What can you expect from the different work environments? And then finally, we have a personal finance option, which looks at how to actually manage your day-to-day finances. When you get your first pay packet, how are you going to spend it? How are you going to save it? Are you going to set some future goals? So work studies is suited to all students, and it's one that I would commend to you. For further information, please email me, Michael Bellamy, in the Human Society and its Environment subject area for ancient history, business studies, economics, geography, legal studies, modern history, society and culture, and work studies. My email address is michael.bellamy@sid.catholic.edu.au.